Welcome back to The Explainer. So today, we're diving into a piece of source material that, well, it promises to take us all the way back to the very cradle of humanity itself. I mean, we are talking about the absolute dawn of human history here. The origins of society, agriculture, architecture, the written word, the whole shebang. It's this massive, incredibly epic historical scope, and we're going to break it all down for you so you can grasp exactly what this material is trying to deliver. If you're into focused, efficient learning about the literal foundations of our world, you are absolutely in the right place. Now, the sheer ambition of the source we're looking at today it's honestly staggering. Just look at the title. It reads, The First Civilization of Humans, Mesopotamia Full Documentary. And yes, you got to notice that exact spelling. They actually missed the A in documentary, but hey, it is clearly packed with intention. A title like this, it sets a really monumental expectation. It's basically telling you, hey, buckle up, prepare for a completely comprehensive deep dive into the complex web of ancient Mesopotamia. It promises the ultimate, definitive look at the first civilization. Talk about a bold hook, right? And this is where it gets really interesting, because it perfectly illustrates the wild landscape of modern digital storytelling. The author behind this epic is Quacky Truetail. Yeah, that's right. That is our modern authority, our designated storyteller for this ancient history. There's just something kind of profoundly fascinating about that metadata, isn't there? Like, back in the day, we relied on massive universities or giant broadcasting networks to curate the history of early humans. But today, the authority rests in the hands of entities like Quacky Truetail. It kind of evokes this sense of uncovering hidden truths, promising this raw, unfiltered narrative of the past. It's just such a fascinating badge of authority for the digital age. But here is where our explainer takes a really, truly bizarre turn. We have that epic 10-word title we just talked about, right? The one promising a full-blown documentary on human origins. But then you look at the transcript. The entirety of the transcript provided by this source is exactly one word long. Subscribe. Honestly, just think about that for a second. We walked into this expecting this sweeping, majestic narrative about the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. And instead, the ultra-minimalist reality of the transcript literally strips away thousands of years of human history to deliver one solitary word. It is this breathtaking, almost hilarious contrast between the massive weight of the packaging and the incredibly stark reality of the content. So what does this all mean? The absolutely crucial point here is understanding the function of this single word within our source. Subscribe. It has literally become the sole action, the ultimate directive demanded of the viewer after being shown the cradle of civilization. The creator didn't feel the need to, burden the transcript with facts about ancient kings or how the wheel was invented. Actually, scratch that. They didn't include any facts at all. Instead, they distilled the entire presentation down into its purest psychological goal. It's brilliant in a way, really capturing the essence of the modern creator economy. The whole history of Mesopotamia, that was ultimately just the vehicle. The actual destination, the entire point of the exercise, was simply to secure your ongoing attention. Okay, let's pull all of this together because it perfectly maps out a complete narrative funnel. First up, we've got the grand promise in the title. That's the hook, dangling ancient human civilization right in front of you to grab your attention. Second, we have the modern authority, the channel Cranky Truetail, establishing this vibe of narrative truth. And finally, boom, the ultimate directive, the transcript boiling every single thing down to the word subscribe. These three exact pieces of data align in absolute perfect harmony. They don't teach us a single thing about Mesopotamia, but they do teach us exactly how ancient history is leveraged right now in the digital age. It's a masterclass in funneling a viewer from grand, sweeping curiosity straight into a single transactional digital action. So, the source material presents us with the absolute dawn of human history, only to ask exactly one simple thing of us. Will you heed the call and subscribe? When you are suddenly faced with the grand scope of human civilization completely juxtaposed against the hyper-focused, incredibly demanding nature of the digital attention economy, what exactly is your role? Like, are we actually here to learn about the past, or are we simply data points being funneled directly toward a shiny button? I'm going to leave you to ponder your own place in this crazy digital age. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and remember, always keep questioning the information right in front of you.